Well, I started this video halfway through. I am putting on a table on the back door. Door opens out to the passenger side. Took the panel off, and I put a front runner drop down table on right there, and it's just attached with 4 screws, or 4 nuts and bolts. Fender washers backing it. I use stainless hardware because the hardware that front runner gave me didn't look like it was going to last or fare well on the weather. Not that I'm going to have this out in the weather. But that's the table. It will fit on a Lexus GX470 very tightly. And I did angle it the left side up a little bit so when you open up the door, the table is more level than not. Because if you measure the same distance from the bottom of the panel on both sides, it's going to look good, but when you open the door, it's not going to sit level, not by a whole lot. But I just bumped the left side up a bit so when the door's open, it sits more level. So here's the backing screws. Let's do this. There we go. So 4 stainless screws with lock nuts, nylock nuts, and fender washers backing it. I also have 1 fender washer on top spacing it out, and then behind all 4 bolts is also a rubber washer so it doesn't squeak. Hopefully. We'll find out here in a little bit. So I thought when I put that in, it would be nice to have a little light for the table. So I ran wire through the door, through the rubber boot, which was not easy to get through, then down along the bottom, and then I'm going to hook it to my power supply for my refrigerator. The light's not going to draw hardly any power, so I'm not too worried about it blowing a fuse or anything like that. So I have a Blue Sea USB, 2 USBs, and 1 12-volt adapter for the refrigerator. So the switch will go here, the light will go there, and the switch is this. It's a push button switch, so when it's on, it'll glow red, and then the light is actually a bolt that is going to be sitting at a little bit of an angle to shine down onto the tabletop. I've got I've got the wiring to do still, and put everything back together, but that's not going to take any time at all. The light and the switch I got here, right there. Great place to get switches, illuminated switches, and LED lights. I will show you the finished product when I'm done. And here's a continuation. The next day, everything is together and it works. I added a little light right here that will illuminate the table. So and this light is independent of any other light. So I'm making this video because there's not very many videos on installs of the front runner drop down table that is not on a Jeep. This is on a 07 Lexus GX470, and it fits, and it actually fits really good. It barely clears the door on this side and on the bottom, but it looks good, works good. I've always wanted one, so I put one on. Very easy to do. Table took maybe an hour, and that was drive time to the hardware store to get the stainless steel hardware. The longest part was actually wiring the little light, but that was fairly easy. It was just time consuming, having to take off all the trim pieces in the back to get to some power. But yes, that's it. Front runner drop down table on a Lexus GX470.